Hello everyone, this is Simon coming to you from Socioscholar. Here I am with my last lesson on functionalist sociology. The focus of today's lesson is the sociological theories of Niklas Luhmann. Just a quick heads up, if you haven't checked out the previous lesson yet, make sure to do so. It'll really help you get a better grasp of what we're diving into today. No time to waste. Let's dive in. Niklas Luhmann was a prolific German sociologist with more than 70 books and nearly 400 scholarly articles published on a variety of subjects. But he wasn't all about books and reading. One fun fact about him is that he owned a pub called Ponce in his parents' house in his native town of Lüneburg. Anyways, he introduced a new perspective on society by building on the ideas laid by Talcott Parsons. He called his theory systems theory. Unlike many other theories, Luhmann's systems theory doesn't focus on how society shapes people or how people shape society. Instead, it looks at how different parts of society communicate with each other. That is to say, Luhmann viewed society as a multidimensional system composed of various interconnected parts. Luhmann's systems theory introduces the idea that society is composed of different subsystems, such as politics, economy, and law. In other words, Luhmann saw our modern society as a big jigsaw puzzle. Each piece of this puzzle represents different parts of society like education, media, economy, and so forth. These pieces or systems only focus on a small segment of the world. For instance, the economy system concerns itself with money, markets, and profits, while ignoring other aspects such as mental health. Luhmann further developed his theory and introduced a concept called autopoiesis. An autopoietic system is a system that creates itself, much like a seed growing into a tree, and sets its own boundaries. This means each system defines what is relevant to it and what is not. That is to say, each autopoietic system communicates in its unique language. For instance, the economy system operates based on whether things are profitable or not profitable. Similarly, the legal system categorizes things into legal or illegal. So think of autopoiesis as the innate ability of a system to sustain and reproduce itself without any external input, ensuring its distinct identity and operational continuity within a broader environment. To visualize it, imagine each system as a planet in a vast universe. Each has its own atmosphere and rules, yet they all coexist in the same space. Luhmann viewed our modern society as a large network of these autopoietic systems. Each system has its specific concerns, communication styles, and operations. In Luhmann's model, society is like a team consisting of all these smaller systems. Each system in this model is like a person wearing tinted glasses. It only sees the world as its own rules and definitions color it. For example, the education system may view a new policy in terms of its impact on schools and students, while the same policy might be seen by the health system in terms of its potential health implications. These systems, however, do communicate with each other, but they translate their language to suit the system they're interacting with. This process is similar to translating their communication to fit the other system's understanding. Luhmann believed that the complexity of our advanced modern society comes from the fact that these systems, each with its unique perspective and operating principles, have to coexist and interact. For instance, a tech company, which is part of the economic system, wants to use a new scientific discovery, which is from the scientific system, for creating a new product. The company will need to translate the scientific information into terms that make sense to the business world, like cost effectiveness and market demand. Like any other social theory, Luhmann's theory has had its fair share of critics. For example, some argue that Luhmann's theory overlooks power dynamics and the fact that some parts of society, such as the economy or government, wield more power and can influence or control other segments like media or education. Others argue that Luhmann's theoretical approach not only oversimplifies the interactions between systems, but also disregards how systems can influence and modify each other in reality. Okay, now we have reached a point where I can say, that's all folks, like Looney Tunes cartoons. This concludes my lessons on functionalism. We first started with the basics of functionalist paradigm in sociology. Then we learned about classical evolutionism. After that, we had 2 lessons on Talcott Parsons and his theories. And today we finished by talking about Luhmann's system theory. The next series on Socio-Scholar will be on Marxist and critical theory, paradigms in sociology. But I'll be on a break, and Lily, a great colleague of mine and Socio-Scholar, will be with you. I'll be reading your comments while I'm on vacation, so make sure to share your opinions about my lessons in the comments section and share the lessons with your fellow sociologists. By the way, don't miss the quiz on Niklas Luhmann's theories at the end of this video. Until I see you again, bye-bye.